guys, I'm Aurena. I'm a multidimensional being. I'm a clairvoyant. I do remote healing. That means I work over distance and I'm able to read and see energies. And today I'm talking about incest cases, which I got so many followers, so many people writing to me, reaching out to me, trusting me, because I spoke in my last video about incest cases. So there's 3 cases I would like to talk about. One was the father with the daughter. The father wrote to me. He said, you know what, I'm so sorry, I'm texting you, but I really don't know what to do. My daughter is flirting with me. And I said, what do you mean she's flirting with you? He said, yeah, she's 20 and I'm divorced. I'm a single parent. And the other day she came home and I was having an escort lady with me, and she saw that. And in the next few days, she started dressing up, changing in front of me, teasing me a lot. And he felt really bad. He was like thinking, okay, she's like really into him, or she's like trying to flirt with him, or maybe even go to bed with him. But I can tell you one thing, teenagers, they maybe won't tell that they're totally pissed off with you. And sometimes they just want to prove to you and make a point to you that, hey, I'm also grown up, I'm also a pretty girl. And if you bring another lady home like that, especially if it's an escort, I can show you who I am. And it's but another way also to show, hey, you ass, ... You're bringing that woman home and I'm here in the house. Can't you respect me? So it's actually, she's just, I guess, more than sure that she's really pissed off and she's really trying to teach him a lesson not to do that again. So that's not really an incest case, but yeah, definitely you as a father. So what can you do? You as a father, you're 100% allowed to be angry at your daughter, to show some boundaries and tell her not to change in front of you and to have some respect. And definitely, the very first thing before you even tell her that, you should apologize and say that you're sorry about what happened. It will not happen again. Because you don't bring an escort lady home to your home, house, bed, okay, when you have a grown-up daughter. You can go to a hotel room. If you have the money for an escort lady, you can go to a hotel room, book that room, and make sure your daughter won't notice that, okay? So that's the first case. I hope it helped. And you should have a one-to-one conversation with your daughter, right? So the second case was, it's brother and a sister, around 20 years old, staying in a small place, sharing one bed because they don't have much money, their family, and they're sharing that bed because that's how they grew up, but they never changed that. So now the brother and the sister are always hugging and cuddling, and they're being very close to each other and getting used to it, which is, after the puberty, reaching the puberty, not really healthy, because that's when the guy and the girl start having sexual arousement, feelings, and you also start thinking about other girls or boys, looking at other girls or boys in a different way, getting interested in them. So yeah, so this boy was telling me he's feeling really bad, but at the same time he feels so attracted towards his sister, and that he was rubbing his genitals towards her, like on her back, and she would actually rub herself towards him. And of course, the problem is, because we don't have those boundaries between brother and sister, since they're always in one bed, there is something called healthy boundary. You need to have that. And they don't have that. So it's like so easy to cross the lines and to sleep with a brother or a sister. Now, in that case, I would recommend that you both sleep on the ground, or one of you sleeps on the bed and the other one on the ground, or you sleep the other way around, or you start talking about it, which would be very good to talk to your brother or sister. And because it's not love, it's just sexual attraction, because you're being physically so close to each other. So the best solution is always talk about it, and face it, okay? So, and as I said, after a certain age, it's not a good thing to do. And yeah, the third case is And that guy, he really touched my heart, okay? He's like, you know, madam, I'm Christian, but I'm from a village, and I love my mother very, very much, and I feel so bad. I'm full of sins, and I feel so bad. I have done research all over the internet on Christian web pages, but they all say it's a sin. Can you please help me? I feel so bad about myself. I said, okay, what did you do? What happened? And then he said, you know, I went to a boys' school, all Christian, and in church they're saying we are not allowed to look at women because it's a sin. And it's also to spread the semen or to like ejaculate. It's a sin, kind of a thing. Then I said, okay, what happened? Then he said, you know, every day he loves his mom. He used to cuddle and hug her. And all of a sudden one day he looked at her and he got this pain in his back, and then all of a sudden he ejaculated, and he went to his mom being very open and spoke about it. And the mother so beautifully, seriously, this, whoever you are, you're a beautiful woman and wise woman. And she said, oh my son, that's okay, don't worry, that happens. And she started giving him some really healthy food and explained everything to him. And then she said, no, it's okay, it's not a bad thing, it's not incest. But he couldn't believe her because so many people around him would tell him that it's a sin. And then he reached out to me, and then I told him, you know, it's not a sin because your mom is the only woman in your life. You don't meet any other girls, nor you meet girls in school, nor do you meet, you're not allowed to look at them. But, you know, it's the way, it's like not incest. Of course, it's your mom, but she's pretty and she's a woman, and you're not looking at her as a woman. You're looking at her as a woman and not as a mother, and now you're feeling bad. But don't feel bad about it, because you're ready to make a change and you realized, hey, there's something off, and that already is good. That's already is a release, okay? So there is no sin, okay? Because we're all human beings, and you're not repeating it's not a mistake, you're not repeating that on purpose. You realized, hey, that happened, and now you want to change that, and you did change it. And the second thing is, no, it's not a sin to look at the woman. It's definitely bad if you look at the woman and you just feel like you want to undress her and you want to do sexual stuff with her. That's a really bad vibe, which every woman can feel, and it's seriously disgusting. But if you look at a woman, admiring her beauty and enjoying just her way of being a woman, and then giving her a nice compliment, definitely it's a beautiful thing to do, okay? So thank you very much. Those are three out of so many people I got experiences, and I really hope it helped you. If you have any more questions, please reach out to me. I'm gladly here for you to help and support. Okay, and if you have any questions, you can go to my webpage. It's aurenafola.com. I have a Facebook page or Skype. Don't call me if it's not a session, not for pleasure or anything. Okay, bye. Talk to you soon.